And I've got a little resume question for you.
Yep.
So you as a shift boss, so you've got a kick-ass resume from one of our candidates, say two of our candidates, and one of them's done your course and one of them hasn't. So obviously their resume is perfect. It's come through the ATS systems. It's got all the way to your desk.
Yep.
And you've got one that doesn't have your training, but they've still got all the relevant tickets and minimum criteria. And then you've got the other one that's got all your training on it. What, in your opinion, like, you know, as a shift boss, you're hiring someone, what would be the advantages of that? Like, why would you pick that candidate over the other one?
Well, the first thing I'd ask the candidate to do the training is, what are you going to do if you smell stench gas? And if they tell me I'm going to go to a refuge chamber and call in, then I'm going to go, yep, that's a big tick. And then the next thing I'd probably ask them is, what are you going to do if a rock slides down your scaling bar? And if they tell me that they're going to drop the bar and retreat out of the area, I'm going to give them another big tick. Because this is all the information that I, as a shift boss, want my new starter to know, that I need them to know so I can leave them alone. And then I'd probably ask them 3 or 4 more questions that would be really quick like that. Like if I did a great big circle with my cap lamp, what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to come over to talk to me. I want to talk to you. And so if you know all those things and you can talk to me about all those things, then, you know, like I can throw you in the deep end, and my expectation of what's going to happen to you changes completely. So with the other candidate that's probably still going to interview well, my expectation of them would be that I might get them up to speed in 2 or 3 months, and then probably is a more than 50% chance that they're going to fail. With the candidates that's done the training, that can answer the mining questions, my expectation of them would be that I'll get them up to speed in 3 or 4 weeks. And as long as they don't blow up a breathalyzer, I'm going to be pretty much right. Yeah, and that's where we're at with it. And you can go through and have a look at the Wall of Fame page that we've got on the website and all that sort of stuff. You can look at the people that have gotten jobs. They all say the same thing. The reason I got the job was because I was able to talk to the foreman in the interview about how it all worked. And when you can talk to them about how it all worked, it means you can be thrown in the deep end. And yeah, I think people put the cart in front of the horse. I think trying to get the utility job and then trying to upgrade to the mining job is a backwards way of doing it. I think you should go for the mining job to start with and then work your way back if you don't achieve that, and then see where you land from there, because there's just so much work around the country. It's all over the place.
There is a lot of work, and that's it. And that's where it comes down to actually having a chat to someone, whether you want to give me a call, give Andrew a call, and go through a plan that you think might be appropriate. If you are thinking about jumping in and getting an entry-level role, if you've got no experience, maybe you've moved from overseas and you're not sure how to actually enter the market because you do have some experience, but maybe not in mining, maybe it's in civil or farming or something else, but you've got that operating experience and you've got those tickets. Definitely like hit either of us up for a chat, because you really do need to come up with a plan, and you need to come up with a strategy. There's a real strategy to get in, and you need to also figure out what courses you need to do. Andrew's course is amazing, especially for underground, but also just in general, just for general mining, to get in there and just get your handle around some of the terminology and how it works, and actually have him on hand to answer those questions about what happens on site and just different things about being in mining that you won't get from anyone else. Everyone loves to tell you, get into FIFO, it's so much money, you're going to love it, the lifestyle. It's not for everyone. And I think that you really need to strategize and have a chat about what your experience is, if you have transferable skills, and what your best pathway is in, so that, yeah, like I said, you're not spending thousands of dollars on all these irrelevant tickets and, you know,
Stuff that you don't need.
Yeah, that you don't need, that you really don't need. So, and whether it's even for you, maybe once you have a chat about how it works and what's involved, and, you know, you can't always get on the same roster as your friends, and you can't always, everything doesn't always line up how you think it's going to line up. It's not as easy as people make it seem.